With all the hype around AI these days, most of the focus is on generating new code. But even more important is making sure that code stays working in production so you don't wake up at 2 a.m. That's why I was very excited to hear when AWS announced the DevOps Agent, an agent that analyzes and resolves incidents for you so you can get more of your sleep back. In this video, we're going to be exploring what the DevOps Agent is and how to use it. Let's begin. Let's first head to amazon.com/DevOps Agent. And here we can see that the DevOps Agent is part of AWS Frontier Agents. The agent acts like an experienced DevOps engineer on your team by learning how your systems work, their resources, relationships, and dependencies across multi-cloud environment. By connecting to your observability tools, runbooks, repos, and CI/CD pipelines, it connects the telemetry, code, and deployment data to quickly resolve incidents and prevent future ones. Right now, the DevOps Agent is currently in a preview mode, which means you're not charged for using it, but you are limited to 10 agent spaces, 20 incident response hours, 10 incident prevention hours, and 1,000 chat messages per month. And of course, you're responsible for fees incurred for other AWS services that you use and connect to the AWS DevOps Agent. Now we can get started with clicking on the Get Started button. And here, after you sign into your AWS account, it will ask you to create an agent space. And these agent spaces allow you to dictate exactly the security and exactly all the functionalities that you want to connect to it. And here you can have the agent space name, the description of the agent space. You can also associate the IAM role with it here. Here you can create the AWS tags and enable a role for the web app. And when you're ready, just hit start. This is the one I created earlier, so let's take a look at it. And right here, once you create the agent space, it will analyze your topology, all the resources that are connected to your agent space. Under capabilities, you can add multiple sources to extend awareness of your agent. This can include multiple accounts, telemetry data, and pipelines. You can also integrate it with your communication platforms like Slack and ServiceNow, or your MPC server, or even let you access third-party applications through webhooks. When you're ready, click on the operator axis to view the agent space. Then you land on the incident response dashboard. Here you can ask the agent in plain language any investigation you'd like to run to see the relevant data. Now, before we run the agent, we're going to be removing internet access to our VPC by removing the route to our internet gateway. And hopefully the agent is able to detect this issue and why we have this connectivity issue. Then we go to our agent and ask it why we have an internet connectivity issue. Before you start the investigation, it's going to ask you exactly where you want to start the investigation. This can be an alarm, metric, log snippet, or anything else that you would like it to start from. For me, I would say it's going to be the EC2 that is within the VPC that we're in right now. And then we start this investigation. And it will give you a timeline on exactly all the steps that it's taken to find the root cause of the issue. And I don't want to take up too long. And since I've already done this investigation before, I will go through the timeline that it went through. So it checked exactly the instance, the details, and the VPC of it. Once it found the root tables, it checked to see if there was an internet gateway associated to it. And then once it didn't find it, that's where it was able to test and found the issue. As you can see here, it says I've identified the root cause of your internet connectivity problem. It's going to document and bring those information to you. So it is right here, the finding, missing internet gateway route in the VPC route table. So it has done it correctly. And then once it completes its analysis in the incident response, right here, you can say, go to root cause. And then here, it gives you a summary of exactly what it did and what it found and to be the issue. And then it asks you to create the mitigation plan. So what in the mitigation plan, it tells you exactly step by step how to fix this issue. So there is some pre-validation steps beforehand to make sure that the necessary route tables in the VPC are already in place. And it gives you the exact route to add to your route table in your VPC. So once we add that route back, and we save the changes, and then it also gives you the steps to confirm that issue is resolved. So you just log into the EC2 after, and then make sure that you're able to have internet access after this route is added back in. That was the incident response feature of the AWS DevOps agent. It also has a prevention feature, which is supposed to help you stay ahead of incidents by catching problems earlier or to stop them completely. To use it though, you would need to have run several incidents throughout a week in order to give you a recommendation on the pattern that it sees. I haven't run enough investigations yet in order to get those recommendations, but I'll show you how it looks exactly when it happens. Now, I know this is a fairly simple example, but I'll also share in another video how well it works when I try it on a bigger issue in a more complex environment. That's all for this video. If you have any questions about the AWS DevOps agent, feel free to drop it in the comments below. Or if you've already tried it, let me know what you like about it or what you think could be improved. Until next time, peace.